We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals.
To kick off for Cincinnati.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. J.J. Nelson now to return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Flushed out right. And right away, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
And 8 at the 21-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
19-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
It's a gain of
Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Cincinnati.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
The tackle made by...
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd.
To number 83, Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Washington nothing. Randy Bullock to kick off.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Here comes Nelson. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch it work, watch it tape, watch it learn, can't relate. Watch it skirt out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, at the gate, on site. Red, green, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a young and
successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. From the gun, it's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 20 on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone.
5-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoff.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
I mean,
that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
At the 8-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Going right side here, and that's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Ball carrier.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Bengals grab it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one goes for 24 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get it. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
To Joe Mixon.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
At the 5.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll give it to Mixon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd down, Burrow. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Montez Sweat in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
3rd down and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. 7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown.
Touchdown.
John Ross with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Washington 7.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's third.
On third down, it's Gibson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
That's good.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on third and 5, third and 6, third and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On first down, Gibson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 44-yard line.
Second and 9 from the 44. Here's Haskins out of the gun. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
They'll take over first.
That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. Yeah, he's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
5-yard line.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A draw play for Mixon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Bengal first down.
Now Burrow on first down. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown, Washington.
That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
This is Mixon on the draw. And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
It's 3rd down.
Two running plays go backwards. So what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
13 yards.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 1st down, here's Burrow. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's got a 1st down there after a gain of about 12, as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
You got time. You got time. Check three.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
To throw again on second down. Haskins uncorks one for Davis. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 38-yard line.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 42-yard line.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Let's go. Watch twins.
Here's Burrow. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for John Ross. Incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Yards to go.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the second time. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Oh, a good return up past the 30. He's at the 50. Past midfield. Darius Phillips on the loose. And he will score.
Cincinnati.
And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Bengals 21, Washington 13.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook, and I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Gibson, the ball carrier.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off by Sean Williams. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Though that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
The Bengal ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Again, it's Mixon. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And able to find Green. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Cincinnati.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
On second down, Mixon, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's
an extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Operating from the gun. Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That's good.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing again, here's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 21st touchdown of the season. And Washington has made this a 1-score game. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Bengals 24, Washington 19.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Back to Mixon on first down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
A gain of 11.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Cincinnati.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
19.
Now Joe Mixon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
There go.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
This was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
On first down, Gibson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
The ball carrier.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Push him back. Push him back. Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5.
They'll run with Moss. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
At the 32-yard line.
Now a give right side. Gibson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
He was brought down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Haskins on first down. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. From the gun, Haskins. This one caught by Davis.
Haskins.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
The Bengals 3-yard line.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, touchdown number 22 on the season. And Washington has retaken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season, is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They're going to try and run, and he will not get there. He comes up short, and they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26.
A 49-yard
A
gain.
big play there for Cincinnati. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Ball carrier.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Back at the 20.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Mixon on the toss right. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Cincinnati.
Joe Mixon with time running out. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And it's incomplete.
On the default.
And now we're down to 10 seconds.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
By the Bengals. They'll take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you've got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.